Shippers International.
We own our own terminal. We have our own trucking fleet.
Landfills across Canada are reaching their maximum capacity.
Consumers put all their wet material in one bag, all their dry material in another. The material that we receive in the back door of this plant is diverted from landfill.
There's only 3 suppliers in the world, and we have a feature that no one else can match.
Luxel Technologies introduces the world's first truly sunlight legible thin film electroluminescent display.
Or peel on apple, and it'll turn brown in about 15 minutes.
We extend the shelf life on average about 30 days.
It's all natural, I think, is a real bonus for the consumer of today's society.
Thanks for watching this week's edition of Business Television, the show that profiles exciting companies and entrepreneurs.
Wow, Taylor, what an amazing journey it's been.
It sure has, Jessica. And for 20 years, mining has clearly been a sector that shouldn't be ignored.
And though they're subject to the forces of supply and demand, the commodities themselves never really go out of fashion.
But it's quite amazing how long it can actually take for a project to go into production.
Definitely an industry for patient people. Thanks for joining us today. For BTV, I'm Jessica Katrachak.
And I'm Taylor Tone. Until next time, may your portfolio prosper.
The opinions you hear on Biz Talk Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests, and do not necessarily reflect those of this station, Biz Talk Radio, its management, or advertisers. The information on Biz Talk Radio does not constitute a recommendation, offer, or solicitation to buy or sell any product or securities. Please consult a professional before investing. If you have any questions about Biz Talk Radio, contact us at 817-274-1609 or
USA Radio News with Wendy King.
A charter flight from Cuba veered off a runway at Naval Air Station Jacksonville in Florida. It came to rest in the St. Johns River. 143 people were aboard. 21 people were treated for injuries. WJAX TV reporter.
Crews are trying to prevent fuel from the plane leaking into the St. Johns River. That's a big concern right now. Crews have been out here for hours. We expect this to continue well into the morning. Once they get this situation under control, then the process moves towards removing the plane from the St. Johns River.
The plane was carrying military personnel and civilians from Guantanamo Bay in Cuba. A huge explosion and fire has happened at a silicone plant in Waukegan, Illinois. At least 4 people were hospitalized and 3 are still unaccounted for. This is USA Radio News.
There's no question you need omega-3s. But which form should you take? Fish oil or krill oil? Scientists have debated this for years. Luckily, there's a new solution to satisfy everyone. It's called Krill Omega 50 Plus. It combines ultra-pure fish oil and joint-soothing krill oil together in just one tiny pill. It's so powerful, it can promote the health of your heart and your arteries. And if that wasn't enough, it can also boost your joint comfort in just days. We're so sure Krill Omega 50 Plus will work for you. We'll even send you a free bottle to put to the test. The debate is over. It's not fish oil or krill oil, it's both. And now it's free. Just pay $4.95 for shipping and claim your free bottle. Call now. 1-800-399-6392. 1-800-399-6392. That's 1-800-399-6392.
Venezuelan opposition leader Juan Guaido is stepping up efforts to rally the military to overthrow President Nicolas Maduro. On Tuesday, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said Maduro was on the verge of fleeing the country, but Russia stopped him. This claim President Putin denied on a call with President Trump.
I had a very good talk with President Putin, probably over an hour, and he is not looking at all to get involved in Venezuela other than he'd like to see something positive happen for Venezuela.
Former FBI Director James Comey has spoken publicly about the redacted Mueller report. He was asked if he thinks President Trump is guilty of obstruction of justice.
This president is unconstrained by norms, by law, by ethics. When he doesn't like something, he endeavors to shut it down, and he felt threatened by an investigation and tried to shut it down.
Comey interviewed on KNX Radio in Los Angeles. You're listening to USA Radio News.
America's built and based on liberties and freedoms. Liberty HealthShare brings that to healthcare. The liberty of choosing your own doctor, the liberty of choosing your own hospital. Liberty HealthShare makes healthcare affordable to millions of Americans. Ignite your liberty. Sharing plans starting at $199 for a single, $399 for a couple, and no matter how big the family, only $529. That's $529 for the entire family. To learn how you can save, go to lightyourliberty.com. That's lightyourliberty.com.
Facebook has unfriended some far-right voices. USA's Chris Barnes reports.
After months of blowback about inadequately patrolling hate speech on the platforms it owns, Facebook has announced it's going to permanently ban far-right personalities, including Alex Jones, Laura Loomer, Milo Yiannopoulos, and Paul Joseph Watson, as well as Jones' InfoWars publication. Facebook also banned the Nation of Islam leader Louis Farrakhan, who has repeatedly made anti-Semitic statements. The company says it's banning official accounts maintained by those users, and it will take down any supporter accounts that are set up in their likeness. It will also remove any events that those individuals participate in. For USA Radio News, I'm Chris Barnes.
According to the White House, military options are still on the table for the situation in Venezuela. More from USA's Rick Vincent.
White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders says U.S. military involvement in the uprising in Venezuela remains an option.
All options continue to be on the table. We're looking at a number of different fronts. I don't have any new announcements or change in direction. We continue to stand with the people of Venezuela, and the president is continuing to push for aid to be delivered to those people.
Following a phone call Friday, President Trump said that Russian President Vladimir Putin wants to see something positive happen for Venezuela, but that Putin is not looking to get involved in the ongoing crisis.
For USA Radio News, I'm Wendy King.
Do you have a problem hearing the television? Do you need to crank up the volume so loud your family is screaming at you? Then put on your TV ears. TV Ears has helped millions of people just like you hear TV loud and clear without cranking up the volume. For about $60 with a 30-day free trial, you can get your own set of TV Ears. When you wear TV Ears, you can mute the TV volume for private listening or let others watch TV with you. Order in the next 10 minutes and take us up on our 30-day home trial and very special price. TV Ears is a brand hearing professionals have trusted for more than 20 years. And through this special radio offer, you can get your very own for just $60. Just mention promo code RADIO. So put on your TV ears and make everyone happy. 800-984-0964. 800-984-0964. 800-984-0964. That's 800-984-0964.
Welcome to the Garden America Show, the country's most listened to gardening program. This is your chance to join us as we talk about gardening, horticulture, landscaping, in fact, anything that has to do with the world of gardening. The phone lines are open right now at 1-855-424-9825. That's 1-855-424-9825 for your questions and comments. Or John at gardenamerica.com. And if you're watching us on Facebook Live, you can also post your questions and comments right there on our page during the broadcast. Now, here's Bryan, Maine, John Bagnasco, and Tiger Palafox on the Garden America Radio and Media Network.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back. We are back live this weekend. Obviously, last weekend we took some time off. Replay of the show a couple of weeks ago, but we are back with new material. Same cast of characters, of course. I'm Bryan, Maine, Tiger Palafox, John Bagnasco. Welcoming all those tuning in, watching us on Facebook Live. Thank you so much. Also, Biz Talk Radio. And, of course, here in San Diego, our number one, always heard on AM 1240. Hope you've had a good week. We are definitely into springtime here in California, Arizona, Texas, Florida, some of the warmer states. Catching up on things, Tiger from Mission Hills Nursery. What is the latest? And good to see you after a week off.
Yeah, it's great to see you, too. And the latest is flowers.
man, everything is in full bloom right now.
Little rain this year certainly helped, didn't it?
Right. And so the last weekend when we were off, I had a chance to go out to Joshua Tree with my family.
That's a beautiful area.
Well, it was exceptionally gorgeous. It definitely did not seem, I mean, let's be real, it was in the desert, but it didn't seem desert-y-ish that much. A lot of green, a lot of flowers.
Desert-y-ish.
Yeah.
But we understand what he means.
Yeah.
Desert-y-ish.
I was just trying to figure out how do you spell
that. So, like, it was just amazing.
But the way it wasn't that hot, right?
80s.
Yeah,
perfect.
That's not bad for this time of year, like you're saying, in the desert.
That's great, yeah.
So it's amazing to see what's in bloom right now. And, the garden center is the same thing. Everywhere you go, you look, there's flowers in every corner. So it's a lot of fun, and lots of good new stuff, lots of new little perennials, lots of new annuals.
Anything different happening at Mission Hills Nursery this year that you think, well, that's weird, I didn't think these would sell or be so popular?
Well, it's funny that you say that, because it is right now, for the past, I would say 5 to 6 years, there's been a huge trend towards vegetables. All vegetables, a lot of vegetables, and that still is happening. People are still interested. But I think because the economy's on the upside, and because for Southern California here, we got this whole drought restrictions lifted now with the good amounts of rain, that people are going back towards the annuals, perennials, and the flowers. I mean, John's accustomed to this because where he grew up, where, back east, they would just go into the garden center and buy tons of flats of flowers, and then they'd go home and plant them, because that's what you did every year. You had to, in Southern California, sometimes you plant a petunia and it's there for 2 or 3 years. Right.
Yeah.
Well, because people haven't been planting flowers for so long, they are now. And so it's really exciting to see people back into that curb appeal, into that uplifting, good-looking
lots
landscape.
of color everywhere.
Right, exactly. So that's a trend that we've seen this year that has been different in the past. Because we did not anticipate too many people buying flowers, because in years past they've been focused on vegetables or cactus or something like that.
So next year, let's say we get the same amount of rain next year, you would be prepared, because you would think, after the rain, people are going to want to buy flowers and plants and do things that they haven't been doing for the past couple of 2 or 3 years.
Oh, yeah. And what's funny, though, is that people don't understand this, but when we get a lot of rain here in Southern California, a lot of our growers, our massive growers, are here in Southern California. Well, whenever there's a lot of rain and cloud cover here, that always puts a grower back a few weeks, because they anticipate this crop coming out on Mother's Day. Well, they plant it, they fertilize it, they do all they can to make sure that happens. Well, when they get 2 or 3 weeks of rain, that pushes it back. And so sometimes the stuff doesn't release until later, even though we want it earlier. But yeah, it's fun.
John, pulling weeds with your wife? That must have been exciting, huh?
Well, because of all the rain, there's weeds everywhere, and it is time to pull them. You were talking about people planting flowers, and I think it's not only the weather, but also the economy.
Yeah.
As you started to say, whenever the economy's good, vegetable and seed sales go down.
Right.
And it's just because people, don't. Now, it's not as true as much as it used to be, because that always happened. But now, because people want to know where their food's coming from, they still want to grow a little bit of their own. By the way, one of the things we sold out of on our website was yacon, and the only place I think in San Diego you're going to be able to get it is at Mission Hills Nursery.
Yeah, I think we have, 16 plants there?
Yeah, maybe 8 of each color.
Yeah.
8. But they're in 1-gallon cans. I don't know if they're ready for sale yet. Are you selling them yet?
I don't recall.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to follow.
Do you guys ship, by the way?
No, we don't.
You don't ship,
not
okay.
From the nursery.
So somebody listening that's not in San Diego right now,
no,
get that out of your mind if that's what you were thinking, because
Right.
you guys
You
don't.
should order it on Garden America if
Absolutely.
you live outside of San Diego.
So gardenamerica.com and our Facebook page, not our Facebook page, but our website will be getting a little bit of a facelift in the coming months.
Yeah, we're really excited. I saw some previews of what the new website will look like.
Look a
real
little
easy
different.
to use, real simple.
Yeah, I
and
think the key
clean.
to any website, and we've all been there, is ease of negotiating around the homepage and finding what you want. Because a
Right.
lot of people, if they can't find what they want or it's hard to negotiate around that page, they'll just click out.
Right.
So we want to keep you there and make it easier for you to find what you're looking for, and that's gardenamerica.com.
Yeah, and it's going to have a lot of good info on it too, because we're going to start putting up the podcasts, the videos,
Right.
all the other stuff
Another
that we've been developing.
area for the
So-
podcast, besides the podcast page, besides iHeart, and besides the link that John puts in the newsletter.
Yeah.
That'll be on our website here coming up sometime soon.
Yeah, and did you see the article in the newsletter this week by Sharon?
Saw Sharon's article.
Yeah.
Did not read it. Saw it.
John works really hard on putting together this newsletter with good information, and it stood out in my mind this week because there was just a good, we're going to be talking to an author today, Court
Sinnis.
Yes.
And, he's an author, writes a lot about cooking, but the one specific book we're going to be talking today is about Mad About Meyers, which is the Meyer lemon.
Mm-hmm.
And, the articles that John puts in the newsletter kind of go along with that in the sense of it's just good background info about what, basic things that we know. Oh, this is a Meyer lemon. Well, why is it a Meyer lemon?
Yeah, exactly. What's the history behind the Meyer lemon?
Exactly.
So that's one of many good reasons to subscribe to the newsletter. Information like Tiger talked about, various articles, pictures people send us, information on the upcoming guest, kind of sets you up. As I mentioned, John puts a lot of work in during the week. It's a great newsletter, and it kind of gives you kind of a head start on what to expect the upcoming weekend.
So what are you going to be doing this upcoming weekend?
Today, shopping, cleaning the aquarium, going to the jewelry store, going to PetSmart, and then church, I believe.
Going to the jewelry store.
Well, I got to pick up a watch. They repaired a watch for me. It's not as exciting as you think it sounds.
Oh, you just made it sound like it's just something that everybody does.
Yeah.
You know?
Just
I got to
Saturday.
go to the jewelry store
Going to
today.
Tiffany's.
I got to go buy a diamond today. Don't people buy diaments all the time?
Yeah, always on Saturdays.
Okay, John, your quote of the week. It is 14 minutes after the hour. We're going to set the stage for our guest coming up, the author, and it's going to be a good 2 hours. Thank you for, if you watched last week's replay, thank you. And, of course, thank you for being there today here on Facebook.
Yeah, I was inspired because of Mad About Meyer lemons that we're going to be talking to Court Sinnis about after the break here. And I found this quote from Ariel Sharon.
Ariel Sharon.
Right, the former prime minister of Israel.
Israel, yes.
Yeah. And he said, the strength that I have comes from irrigating the citrus plantation, plowing in the vineyard, guarding the melon fields at night. I believe that's what gave me the strength. So it was kind of, what I felt he was saying that his strength came from the land itself, from being able to work in the fields and to get harvests. So it was kind of a quote.
I would interpret that way.
I liked it. It was a good quote.
All right, John, progress on the house, the yard, things are moving along on schedule, I would hope. We don't have to get into the dirty details, just kind of a general thumbnail, people asking, want to know what's going on. Everything on time?
It depends what you mean by time.
Yeah.
But I'm still in the process of moving roses, and for anyone listening in San Diego right now, if you're in San Diego County this weekend, in North County at the Vista Library is a rose exhibition. And the Heritage Rose Society is going to have a great exhibition, and you can go up to the Vista Library to see that.
Beautiful.
If you're in San Diego, the San Diego Rose Society also has a rose show.
Wow.
Lots happening. Big weekend, horticultural-wise. Okay, break time coming up. Our guest will be next after a few words from our very generous sponsors. Looking at about 60 minutes after the hour, I'm Bryan Main, John Bagnasco, Tiger Palafox. In for a good show today. This is Garden America. Bryan, Tiger, and John stepping aside. We are coming right back. Stay with us.
Hi, this is gardening expert Melinda Meyers. Keeping the environment in mind, I recommend Milorganite slow-release nitrogen fertilizer for all your growing needs. From plants to people, active growth requires energy, nutrients, and a balanced diet. Nutrient-rich Milorganite feeds the soil and plants for up to 10 weeks. The non-burning, non-leaching formula provides a slow and consistent flow of nutrients. Trust the fertilizer, proven effective for over 90 years. Milorganite for better results. Visit Milorganite.com for a garden center near you.
Looking for a safe and natural organic fertilizer for your yard and garden? Fertilome is now offering natural and organic fertilizers for all your fertilizing needs. Roses, flowers, vegetables, herbs, fruit trees, palms, and more. Natural Guard organic fertilizers are a certified listed product for organic use and safe to use around your family and pets. Always read the label and ask for Natural Guard by Fertilome Organic Fertilizers at Dixie Line Lumber or your favorite independent nursery. Make your piece of the planet a healthier place to live by using Natural Guard by Fertilome.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right, General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for under $30,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet under $30,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100 foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait.
Call 800-605-5370. 800-605-5370. Call 800-605-5370.
If you're over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days, I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. A free book to help you maximize your retirement income from television host and three-time author Josh Melberg has been released. This book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now because we are about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known secrets we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. Call 800-935-0752 now and you'll receive a free copy of Josh Melberg's book, Next Gen Annuity Strategies Revealed. As a bonus, we'll also send you a copy of The #1 Mistakes Retirees Are Making with Their Investments Today and a free DVD on how you can get up to 33% more income in retirement. Call 800-935-0752. That's 800-935-0752. Employees of J.D. Melberg Financial have the appropriate licenses for the products they offer.
National Funding Group has just released $100 million in easy access small business funding to businesses that gross at least $100,000 a year. You can have fast access up to $500,000 in new business capital in as little as 48 hours. Think about the ways you could grow your business if you had up to $500,000 cash infusion. Call a NFG funding expert now. The process is easy. It only takes about 5 minutes. Then our management-owned lending team looks at your application for a fast approval. You can get 100% funded in about 2 days. If you need up to $500,000 in working capital to run your business and you gross at least $100,000 a year, call NFG and apply today. 800-296-1564. 800-296-1564. 800-296-1564. That's 800-296-1564.
Missed an episode of your favorite show? No worries. Catch all the episodes on demand at biztalkradio.com.
Welcome back to the Garden America radio show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or John at gardenamerica.com.
And we are back. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Saturday morning. Happy weekend to you. We are glad to be back in the saddle, but I'm not really sitting on a saddle, so we're glad to be back on our chairs. John Bagnasco, Tiger Palafox, I'm Bryan Main. 855-424-9825. Questions, comments. And as already has happened so far this morning, Facebook Live is your best bet. We'll get to you right away. Also, John at gardenamerica.com. Tiger, guest is ready to go. Let's find out some things from our guest this morning, shall we?
Yeah, so it's it's going to be a fun show this morning because we've got an author, Court Sinnis, here with us this morning. And not only are we going to be talking about Mad About Meyers, which, in reference to the Meyer lemon, but I was also reading, Court, and you're also the grill master as well. Good morning.
And actually just living in Northern California, growing up here, it was just a way of life.
That's right, huh?
Yeah.
The grill master.
Yeah, you're up there in Napa Valley, correct?
Correct, yeah.
Oh, wow. What a beautiful piece of land up there. How is it going up there in Napa right
place. Now? Yeah.
How are things up at Napa Valley these days?
They're okay. That was a good winter, and we were having a beautiful spring, and things are looking pretty good after all the disasters we've had.
Nice. Yeah. I know that you guys have been suffering a little bit, but now, hopefully the rains and all of that will stabilize and bring things back into normalcy up there. Hey, so Court, I got to ask you, because I looked at your background and you've written a few gardening books, a few cooking books, grilling specifically. But then I see this book, Mad About Meyer, and it's kind of like one out of a many books, and it's different than the other ones. What inspired you to get behind this Meyer lemon book?
I guess probably. Well, I know that growing up, my family house that I grew up in had a huge Meyer lemon bush right outside the front door, and so I passed that thing every day of my life for many, many years. And it became kind of emblematic of what it was to live in California for me. I moved to the Midwest for about 7 years and missed everything about living in California, and somehow those Meyer lemons really represented what it was. They're just like the perfect shrub, and they're beautiful, and they're fruitful, and they have greater perfume, and I mean everything about it is a cool plant, and so I just really like it. I really like the Meyer lemon.
And so then,
plus it's got a great story.
Yeah, I was going to say, but then did you, in your research, you found the whole history of the Meyer lemon, right? Can you tell us a little bit about what you found and what you found interesting?
Well, it was found back in the first part of the 1900s. It was introduced in about 1909 to America. And by a Dutchman, a young guy who came from Holland to America and went to work for the USDA as a plant explorer of all things. And he spent basically 13 years of his life exploring in the Far East. And each one of his trips took about 3 years. He went on foot. He was a big walker and went on foot everywhere. And that was during a time when there was a lot of civil unrest in that area. And people had never seen a white man before, and so he was thought of as this white devil coming probably to do some kind of political or mischief. And so he met a lot of resistance in his travels, but he survived and introduced over 2,500 different plants into the American scene, both the ornamental and food crops, including the soybean of all things. And then, but the Meyer lemon he found growing in a pot in someone's little dooryard garden in China, and it was being grown as an ornamental because it is so beautiful. And then he tasted the fruit and said, "Oh boy, this is something." And so he gathered it up and brought it to America in 1909.
Isn't that a funny story? And then, it reminds me of the Margarita Bop Penstemon, the bop is back a porch, kind of a thing. I didn't know it was just growing in someone's pot in China like that. I mean, I knew who Meyer was and all of that, but that's a really interesting story. And, and then the fact that it's ornamental because, in our class, we've more or less, we have Eureka lemon and Meyer lemon. Those are the two biggest lemons out there in the, nursery world, so to speak. I mean, I know there's a lot of other ones, but those are the two big ones. And Eureka is your kind of sun-kissed, juicing lemon. It kind of has the button on top, and your Meyer, is a little bit different flavor, but it's the culinary lemon, known for its flavor. So it's kind of funny to think that it's actually was originally founded as like an ornamental plant, but nowadays
it became something else.
It becomes like one of the most flavorful lemons around, and chefs and use them in all their meals and things like that. So, that book is full of is different recipes and, ways to use the Meyer lemon. Did you try every recipe, Court?
Yeah, I come from a long line of a background with close association with Sunset Magazine, where they tried everything about 6 times, and I grew up in that tradition. And so, yeah, I don't let something go out the door without really testing it.
Oh yeah.
In this day and age, you can get too many tweets and emails and whatever
really.
if you do something wrong.
What's the culinary difference between a Meyer lemon and a Eureka lemon?
It's in simple terms, it's sweeter. I mean, it's not as tart as a Lisbon or a Eureka. It's a cross between a true lemon and a true orange. UC Riverside actually finally did the genetic testing on it and determined that it is in fact a natural cross, not a hybrid. Maybe it's a natural hybrid occurred in nature between a true lemon and a true orange. And so it has characteristics of both, but it has a thin skin, and it's really juicy. I mean, it is really juicy, much more juicier than a Lisbon or a Eureka. And it's got this perfume that's just rather extraordinary. And so between the perfume and the juiciness and the fact that it's not as tart, it's a winner.
Yeah.
It's really great to work with.
And I'm assuming, you're out there in Napa Valley. Do you have some citrus trees in your yard as well?
Oh yeah, I mean it's kind of hard not to. And I live in the old part of town in Napa, and houses from the early 1900s, and I can look out my front window right now and see 4 houses across the street, and every one of them's got a Meyer lemon in the front yard, just loaded with fruit. Pretty extraordinary.
Yeah, and it's funny because you say the lemon came over here kind of in the early 1900s, and one of the things that, me growing up in my generation with citrus was, that, the citrus trees kind of will age out, so to speak. And then John, will chime in and say, no, I mean, citrus trees, they could be 60, 80 years old and still produce and, and still thrive. And, if they're well taken care of and all of that. So, I'm sure you probably have some, as you mentioned, growing up, having those lemons in your neighborhood. I'm sure you guys have some nice old stock there, going back.
Yeah, well, I mean, one of my friends has just a shrub form in her backyard, and it's as big as a Volkswagen.
Hey, we're gonna have to take a break here, Court, and when we get back, we'll get into some of the recipes that are in your book.
Hey, Meyer Lemons, the history of the Meyer Lemon. Talking lemons this morning. Great chance for you if you have any questions to get on the blower right now. Call us at 855-424-9825. To expedite that, post your question, your comments right there on Facebook Live. Also, John at GardenAmerica.com. Bryan, Maine, Tiger Palafox, John Bagnasco. We are Garden America.
Sometimes business owners and entrepreneurs don't follow a traditional schedule. Well, that's where Biz TV's Biz Club can work for you on your time. For only $5.95 a month, you can have over 200 hours of our fresh, original content on demand, anywhere, anytime. And with our search feature, you can quickly and easily find the topic or show you're looking for in seconds. Sign up today and see what you've been missing. Free for 7 days. Join the Biz Club. It's Biz TV on your time.
A college education is one of life's most significant investments. But what if the unexpected happens? A study from Liberty Mutual Insurance revealed that 86% of parents are unaware of tuition insurance, a new offering that can help provide families peace of mind. Managing Director of Tuition Insurance at Liberty Mutual, Paul Richardson, with more.
Tuition insurance is an affordable option that provides reimbursement for unforeseen accidents, illnesses, and other covered reasons that cause a student to unexpectedly withdraw from school. Through this coverage, students will be protected if, for example, they contracted an illness or suffered an injury, all forcing the student to withdraw. It's also very affordable, as it's just about 1% the cost of tuition. So if your semester costs around $30,000, you're looking at about $300 to protect that investment. It's easy to sign up and is available to both undergraduate and graduate students.
For more, visit libertymutual.com/tuition-insurance.
Attention all authors. Page Publishing is looking for authors. Have you written a book and want to get it published? Page Publishing will get your book into bookstores and for sale online at Amazon, Apple iTunes, and other outlets. They handle all aspects of the publishing process for you: printing, cover art, publicity, copyright, and editing. Call 800-557-6095 now for your free author submission kit. That's 800-557-6095 for your free author submission kit. Again, call 800-557-6095.
Do you have an old car sitting in your driveway? How would you like to learn a hassle-free way to get rid of it, help kids in need, and get a great tax donation in the process? It's real easy. One simple free call to our car donation hotline is all it takes. Call the Neshama Foundation at 800-721-6723, 800-721-6723. We'll come pick your car up for free and give you a tax donation for the full value of the car, running or not. The value of your unwanted car will go to help kids in need. It's fast and easy. Just call us and your car will be gone and on its way to helping children in 48 hours. And you get a nice tax deduction. Call the Neshama Foundation now to get rid of your car, help kids, and get a tax write-off. Call 800-721-6723, 800-721-6723, 800-721-6723. That's 800-721-6723.
My mom's a breast cancer survivor. The United Breast Cancer Foundation saved her life. Their free breast cancer exam caught the cancer early, and it saved her life. But now the foundation needs your help so they can continue offering free or low-cost breast screening exams, saving more women's lives. Help them by donating your car, whether it's running or not. They'll provide fast, free 24-hour pickup, and you receive a charitable tax deduction, plus the great feeling you'll get knowing your donated car is going to help save more lives. Just call 800-295-4183 to set the wheels in motion. They take cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs, running or not. Call 800-295-4183. The United Breast Cancer Foundation needs your help, and your donation could literally save women's lives, helping them catch breast cancer early, like they did with my mom. Donate today. 800-295-4183. 800-295-4183.
It may have been a messy divorce that suddenly cut your income in half, but not your bills. It might have been an injury or illness, or your boss just cutting back your hours. It doesn't really matter how you got in over your head. It only matters that you are, and that we're here to help. If you've got over $10,000 in credit card debt and you can't ever see breaking free, then call Action Debt and do it now. Being in over your head is a vicious cycle. One day late, they charge you a late fee. Miss a payment, they double your rate. You just don't think it's fair, and neither do we. This is not bankruptcy or just a simple rate reduction plan. We fight for you using our proven experience in the insider programs that credit card companies try to hide. If you owe at least $10,000 to the credit card companies, you owe it to yourself to call Action Debt at 800-384-7099. Just because you got in over your head doesn't mean you have to stay there forever. Call 800-384-7099 today and we can be on your side tomorrow. 800-384-7099. 800-384-7099.
Watch some of your favorite shows on Biz TV. Check to see if you get Biz TV by going to biztv.com. And now, back to Biz Talk Radio.
Welcome back to the Garden America Radio Show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or john@gardenamerica.com.
Sometimes the most fun is during commercial breaks here in the old studio, Facebook Live. Thank you so much for joining us, 855-424-9825. Want to pick up the phone. John at GardenAmerica.com, Best Bet Facebook Live. Already a question that we want to address, Tiger, as we get back to our guest. And Susan, who lives in eastern part of Arizona.
Yeah, so we're talking with Court Sinnis, the author of Mad About Meyer Lemons. And Court, our listener Susan asked, would a Meyer lemon do well in a container?
They were originally found in China. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Beautiful. No problem at all.
Yeah, she lives in northeast Arizona.
Right.
So
I think it's cold up there.
They have cold winters.
It's
and
elevation.
She was thinking, if I could put it in a container and I can bring it in when the weather's cold and then put it back out when it's warm.
And just put it in the sunny window inside for the few months that you have to, and it'll take all the sun that you can give it indoors.
So that's a big yes, Susan.
Yep.
Thank you so much. That was easy.
Yeah.
So Court, do us a favor right now, and to our listeners, describe your book, The Mad About Meyer Lemons, to us. What is it, and what is it full of?
You know, and
Well,
also
it's,
before you do that, Court, we have listeners asking where they can get your book. So while you're describing this, maybe you can tell them how you would want them to get it. Do they go to your website? Do they go to Amazon?
Well, Amazon has it, and any bookstore chain or mom and pop bookstore, anybody can order it. It's available, and yeah, it is available on Amazon.
All right, great.
And it is I did self-publish this because no traditional publisher would take on a project like this. It has what is a relatively small market, but you know, I have been kind of devoted to the Meyer lemon, and I decided I just wanted to do something to, like, an homage to it. And so I did 36 watercolors of Meyer lemons that are one for each of the recipes. And so yeah, so it took a while to do this book. I got to number about 24, 25 of the watercolor illustrations, and I said, what was I thinking? Still had 12 to go. But anyway, yeah, so it's kind of a combination art book and garden book and cookbook, but it's small, and people seem to really like it.
And, you know, again, it's full of recipes that are based on the Meyer lemon.
Yep.
I know asking this question is probably going to be like asking who your, you know, favorite child is, or who, you know, is your favorite plant in your garden. But do you have a favorite or a couple favorite recipes in there?
Yeah, the one for the chicken thighs, believe it or not, which uses preserved Meyer lemon peel. That's one of my favorites, and I actually make it, you know, probably once a month. And so that's a really good one. And then the crab louis. I don't know if anybody still. I mean, I still make crab louis or shrimp louis salads, but I don't know if anyone else does. But I just think they're one of the best things around, and so that's another favorite.
Ah, yeah. And
I mean, that's from the 1960s.
Yeah. And you know, you said you had the watercolors in there because you're also an artist as well. You do a lot of painting. Is watercolor your specialty?
Yeah, it is, and it's a miserable thing to try to work with, and I don't know why I do it, but each one is a struggle. But you know, it's kind of fun when you come out on top every once in a while.
Yeah, and
watercolor is difficult.
It seems like it would be. I mean, it kind of you not only, it's not like a normal paint where you can kind of have a defined line. You have to count on it bleeding, right?
Yeah, and plus, since it's transparent, if you make a mistake, you can always see the mistake underneath. So there's no covering it up.
So, you know, what's in the future for you, Court, in terms of authoring? Do you have any books coming up or any other projects in the works?
Well, actually, I've taken a move, done a move over to fiction, believe it or not, and done an adventure story for. Oh, I suppose it's technically you'd say it was for young adults, but older people seem to enjoy it as well. And it's set in the Napa Valley in the 1960s, and it's all about the freedom I found when I was a kid on my 10-speed bicycle. It was pretty magical, and so I've written a kind of a adventure, fantasy, historical mystery, and it's called Quicksilver, and so I'm working. It's going to be a trilogy, and so I'm working on that.
Wow, keeping you busy.
And I illustrated that too. So
oh my goodness.
I don't know why I picked these kind of difficult projects.
You don't slow down at all, do you? You just keep on going.
Well, I don't have much time for the pool hall, that's for sure.
Hey, well, Court, I want to thank you for joining us this morning. Lots of good info.
I put a link on our Facebook page.
We put a link, and we had a person just say that they ordered it because they have a ton of Meyer lemons, and they just made some limoncello as well. So
wow, that got my attention.
You know, if you know, for our listeners out there, again, you can go to Amazon. The book is Mad About Meyer Lemons. This is Court Sinnis, and we'll look forward to other books in the future, and you know, having you on again.
All right. Well, thanks for having me.
All right. Thanks, Gord. Have
Thank
a good day.
you so much. I even saw
Okay, bye-bye.
something on the internet, Martha Stewart recommending that. So,
Oh, wow. A little Martha Stewart.
Yeah, very good. Hey, thank you so much, my friend. Have a great rest of your
You're
weekend.
welcome. You too. Bye-bye.
Okay. So there you go. Yeah, he's really into it. So I guess what I got out of that was he left California, went to the Midwest, and of all the things he missed, it was the Meyer lemon. And he moved back, and now that's become his life's project.
Well, it's always interesting to hear is, I mean, he's an author by trade. I mean,
Sure.
if you look at his track record, he's written many, many books. And, like he just said, he's like, you know what? I'm an author. This is what I do. But, I didn't do this for the money. I didn't do this because some publisher was paying me to get this
Right.
done at a certain time.
From the
And
heart.
this is what I wanted to do. So I just, painted my paintings for it. I wrote the recipes for it and put it all together. And, when something is from the heart like that,
Right.
it comes across. And you can read, when you get this book, it's recipes. So it's not like it's like this really entertaining book. But,
I
the
think it's very
recipes have
simple.
a story to
Yeah.
them, and they're good recipes. And it's kind of neat to be focused around a lemon because anybody listening here that has a Meyer lemon in their yard also knows that you're always trying to find something to do with them because
that's true.
they produce. John was mentioning when you moved into the house that you're moving out of now, right? You had a Meyer lemon in the front yard. Is that what you were saying?
No, our new property.
Oh, your new property.
Our
has
new
it.
property.
And it hasn't been watered, hasn't been taken care of. Nobody's
Right.
even looked at it, but it's in this property out there in full exposure in Fallbrook.
It's about a 6-foot ball,
and it's just producing.
and there's dozens and dozens of lemons.
You know,
on it.
you know that backs up the knowledge and the fact that when we come to work every now and then here, there's always like a dozen or 2 dozen Meyer lemons in the kitchen.
Oh yeah,
Which backs up exactly what you're saying. They're so prolific when they produce. People are finding new ways and new things to do with them. So when somebody brings a bunch of lemons into work, that look, this is more than we can even eat. So we're going to bring these in to share. So I guess you can make lemonade. You can make limoncello. You could, if you bought a bad car, you've already got a lemon. So there's different ways to go.
Yeah, and for those people that out there, because there was somebody that just posted, we got a batch of Meyer lemons from our friends, and I think there was also another posting about some limes that somebody, if anybody has it needs any limes, let me know. For the listeners out there, if you do have citrus trees out there and you just don't use them to your fullest abilities,
Like producing more than you can use?
exactly.
Okay.
Understand that there's a lot of wonderful crop swap groups in a lot of areas, which are groups that will just simply allow you to either drop off this food, or
That's good.
to post that you have it available,
Mhm.
and also check with your local food bank because
Absolutely.
they distribute food all over your city, your county, your area, to people that need it. And if you've got oranges, lemons on your trees, rather than just having them fall off and go to rodents, take a box or
Yeah.
two to the local food bank. They'll get it into the hands of somebody
Sure.
who can use it for sure.
Yeah.
So
for Susan, who wanted in Arizona, that wanted to know about growing one in a pot, Colleen from Chico just posted that she's had one growing in a pot for. It was like my computer
It keeps blinking at
flashing.
us.
Yeah, since 1980.
Wow.
And she lives in Chico, and
Yeah.
she said she leaves it outdoors.
That's 39 years ago.
And she says when it gets down to 28, she throws a cover over it.
Nice.
And so it's pretty hardy.
And I've got a cover over the citrus that you gave me.
Yeah.
As well, yeah. Going on 2 years now.
Wow. You got only 37 more to go, or whatever it was.
We're at 39 years, whatever. Okay, 45 minutes after the hour, break time. One more segment coming up here, hour number one, which means one more segment for those tuned in on AM 1240 here in San Diego. You can also go to our Facebook page to watch the second hour. Or, of course, we always stream live on Biz Talk Radio. Tiger Palafox, John Bagnasco, I'm Bryan Main, stepping aside for this break.
Looking for a safe and natural organic fertilizer for your yard and garden? Fertilome is now offering natural and organic fertilizers for all your fertilizing needs. Roses, flowers, vegetables, herbs, fruit trees, palms, and more. Organic fertilizers are a certified listed product for organic use and safe to use around your family and pets. Always read the label and ask for Natural Guard by Fertilome Organic Fertilizers at Dixie Line Lumber or your favorite independent nursery. Make your piece of the planet a healthier place to live by using Natural Guard by Fertilome.
This is Joe Lample from Growing a Greener World. With the environment in mind, I recommend Milorganite Organic Nitrogen Fertilizer for all your growing needs. From plants to people, active growth requires energy, nutrients, and a balanced diet. Nutrient-rich Milorganite feeds the soil and plants for up to 3 months. The organic nitrogen is slow release and won't burn plants even during hot, dry weather. Trust the fertilizer, proven effective for 90 years. Milorganite, for better results naturally. Visit Milorganite.com for a garden center near you.
Here's important new information from the Diabetes Solution Center for you, a family member, or a loved one suffering with diabetes. If you have lost your provider, or if you need a provider for diabetic supplies, you may qualify to receive your diabetic testing supplies now with little or no out-of-pocket cost, regardless of your age. All you need is Medicare or private insurance to be potentially eligible. Call the Diabetes Solution Center right now for details. Just takes a couple of minutes. Our friendly, knowledgeable agents will give you free, no-obligation information, handle all the insurance paperwork, and make sure your supplies are delivered directly to your door for free.
Call U.S. Medical Supply 24 hours a day. 800-597-9323. 800-597-9323. 800-597-9323. Call right now. 800-597-9323.
Life insurance is one of those things that just about everybody needs, but few people actually have. Hey, if you die unexpectedly without life insurance, guess what? You'll leave your family with even a bigger mess. Life insurance will help replace your family's income. It'll help cover burial expenses. Life insurance can even help pay off debt like credit cards and medical bills. Life insurance can even pay for college. And if you own a business and you die, life insurance can help your business from collapsing. It can even help cover estate taxes. Life insurance has never been more affordable and needed. Plus, you can always shop around even if you have a plan and save some money. So call the Life Insurance Quote Line right now for free pricing information.
800-915-9658. 800-915-9658. 800-915-9658. That's 800-915-9658.
If you're fed up with your credit card's high interest rates and your balances are so out of control that they never seem to go down, one call to Consolidated Credit can get the relief you need. Consolidated Credit has helped over 6 million people credit card debt, and their certified credit counselors are ready to help you. They can consolidate your debts into one lower payment, reduce your interest rates, and get you out of debt fast without destroying your credit. The program works, and the consultation is free. Call Consolidated Credit now. Call 800-350-3241. 800-350-3241. That's 800-350-3241. Consolidated Credit Solutions, Inc., 5701 West Sunrise Boulevard, Fort
Can you
Lauderdale,
guys check the messenger on
Licensed
Google?
by the New York Department of Financial Services and by the Vermont Department of Financial Regulation. Maryland DM 1492, Oregon DM 80092. Licensed by the Virginia State Corporation. Commission license number DC 83. Service may adversely affect the individual's credit. Non-payment of debt may lead to additional finance charges or collections activity, including legal action. Not a loan company.
Americans are going crazy for a new Italian diet pill that burns 3 times more fat than dieting alone. And the next 100 callers get 3 bottles for free. Sold under the brand name Invigorate 3X. This powerful pill triggers metabolic acceleration, a process that's deficient in most Americans, making weight loss a hassle. But a new study shows 30 pounds gone in 90 days with just 2 capsules a day. Julie B. of Nashville says, I was skeptical, but when I saw a famous doctor made it, I decided to try it. I was shocked. I lost 16 pounds in 6 weeks. For a limited time, our listeners get 3 free bottles with a qualifying order. Call 1-800-932-1789 now to get started. Call in the next 10 minutes and also get a free bottle of the doctor's Ultra Detox. And don't forget your free 14-day diet fix. No obligation and 100% free with right now. 800-932-1789. 800-932-1789.
From Main Street to Wall Street, we have the business content you need. So sit back, take notes, and tell your friends about Biz Talk Radio.
Welcome back to the Garden America Radio Show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or john@gardenamerica.com.
It is our final segment, hour number 1, 51 minutes after the hour. But, of course, hour 2, 6 minutes after the hour. It'll be afternoon with our friends on the East Coast when that does happen. For the rest of us, good morning. Tiger Palafox, John Bagnasco, Bryan, Maine. Thank you for continuing to post your questions, your pictures right there on Facebook, a chance to share with all of our viewers. And, of course, listeners tuned into Biz Talk Radio. Hour number 1, always heard on AM 1240 here in San Diego. Again, if you want to listen to our podcast and you get the newsletter, go to the bottom of the newsletter page. Right there's a link that John puts in, or download the iHeartMedia app, and you can listen to Garden America, the podcast, ones we've had in the past, also a future podcast, and that's going to be something new coming up on our website, our website page coming up soon. Tiger, right?
Lots of good info will be up there.
Tiger fixed my computer for me.
Look at that. Boom.
He's a whiz.
I just feel so much better.
Now John's going to participate in the show, which we like.
Well, he's not going to have a blinking light in his face.
Yeah, what have you guys been talking about anyway?
Oh, I don't know. Authors, books, Meyer, lemons, chickens, lots of things.
I was just trying to think of
one of the things I wanted to ask Court, and I didn't get a chance to because I was frustrated with my computer.
That's great.
But, I wonder if any of the prints from his book are available.
Because
they're really nice.
That's a good idea. That's a good thought.
I have an autographed copy of his book, and it all the watercolors. I've always been amazed
I'm sure he
by
does because he is an
watercolors.
artist, so I'm sure he has his prints.
When I was little, I would do paint by number, and in grade school, I got an A for not going out of the lines when I was coloring. But watercolor, like you said, Tiger, there are no lines.
You have to adjust for the bleed.
Yeah. I think that's got to be, in my opinion, the most difficult way to draw or paint something using watercolors, because you have a brush. When you have a pencil or a pen or something that's more finely tuned, it seems to me that it would be easier to draw or sketch what you want. But when you're doing watercolor, that's a whole nother ballgame.
And it's funny because he didn't even feel like that was the hardest thing. The hardest thing is like he said, and I don't watercolor, so I don't know this, but you can't make a mistake.
Exactly.
Because it is transparent. So if you make a mistake, it shows. There's no erasing it. There's no painting over it. There's no correcting it. It's just
like a bad tattoo.
I told you.
I don't know. Nowadays, you can get a bad tattoo corrected.
I think I told you guys last week or the week before about the tattoo parlor in Fallbrook that had a sign out, the outdoor sign.
Sure.
And they put up roses are red, violets are blue, blah, 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 tattoos. I thought that was a great sign.
It's good. Blah, 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 tattoos.
Hey, I know what I was thinking. Next weekend's Mother's Day weekend, right?
Oh, we get special Garden America show for Mother's Day, don't we?
Yeah, we should.
I have a great idea for you to get for your mother if you haven't.
Can you guys check Messenger?
If you haven't thought about it.
What's that?
How about a 3-pack of yellow geraniums?
Ooh, and they look amazing right
now. They do.
We were there
really
packing
good.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them are.
A
lot of the ones we sent out had blooms on them.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So they look really good. Just go to gardenamerica.com and look under flowers, and you can order the yellow geraniums. People were asking, are these real geraniums? And yes, they are.
Yeah.
It's the first zonal geranium that's yellow.
Right.
Matter of fact, it's called first yellow.
Let's see if we can sneak in a phone call quickly. Marilyn, San Luis Obispo. Good morning, Marilyn. We've got about 4 minutes to go. How are you?
I'm doing fine,
Good.
gentlemen. I hope you are. My favorite tomato is the Brandywine orange.
Mm-hmm.
Is that available by now?
By now, we're running out of all kinds of things, Marilyn, but we do have Brandywine orange available.
Yeah, I saw some of those.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I think as I recall, I went in the greenhouse yesterday, and there was one that had your name on it.
Well, how about 2?
Yep, there's all you want.
All you want, Marilyn, whatever you want, as much as you want.
Right.
Okay. The other morning, I was listening to the ag program, and they were talking about trees whose leaves are edible. and I only heard two. One was the lemon, and the other was the new leaves on mulberries. And I wondered if you could expand on that topic, maybe not today, but sometime soon.
You know, the other one that comes to mind right away is the horseradish tree. All parts of that tree are edible.
Wow.
And
they were saying how full of vitamins they are.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
You know.
But
so
go ahead.
Anyway, then my other question is, I planted a Fuji. I didn't, but someone did. A Fuji a
Apple.
couple years ago. When will it start bearing?
Was it planted from like a 5-gallon size plant? Oh, just kind of looked like a whip coming out of the ground for a while there?
Exactly.
Okay.
They're usually 3 to 5 years before they start fruiting. Now, you're also close to the coast, so it may take a little bit longer.
Because it's cooler?
No, because it needs more. It needs a little more cooling.
Oh, okay.
A little more chilling in the winter.
Yeah.
But they should do fine because they do well up and down the
I
coast.
can call in and order the tomatoes and whatever else is available. I'll
Right,
find out
because you don't have a computer, and I will never remember unless you call me. But you know what?
You've been very good about
Leave a message on my phone, too, because Monday we'll be packing tomatoes, so I may not be there to answer the phone. But if you leave a message, I'll be happy to get back to you.
Would you give me your phone number again, please?
Yeah, let's give your number on the air, John. You know what?
Well, we can do that.
Yeah,
it's 760.
He never calls himself, so he has to recall. 760. You want me to look it up for you?
I got it.
Yeah, there's more to it than that. Hold on.
Yeah,
here.
you know what? You're going to have to listen, and we'll give it out over the air. I think it's 760-631-0992.
Thank you.
And it's Maryland Extension 122.
What number did you give her again, John?
760-631-0992, extension 122.
It's the
Okay, gotcha. Line. That's the office line. You got
right.
it. Okay. Hey, thank you, Marilyn.
Thank you.
You betcha. Just in
Take
time.
care.
Have a good day.
You bet. The top of the hour news coming up here on Biz Talk Radio. If you're listening on AM 1240 here in San Diego, go right to our Facebook page. You can watch and listen live or tune in to Biz Talk. I'm Bryan Main. Tiger Palafox, John Bagnasco, the entire second hour. Open phones and also all the questions and comments you can muster up right there on Facebook Live. And again, news coming up top of the hour, back at 6 minutes after with Garden America. Happy weekend to you.
Listen on the go. Download the Biz Talk Radio app. Available in iOS, Android, and BlackBerry. Biz Talk Radio. The opinions you hear on Biz Talk Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests, and do not necessarily reflect those of this station, Biz Talk Radio, its management, or advertisers. The information on Biz Talk Radio does not constitute a recommendation, offer, or solicitation to buy or sell any product or service. If you have any questions about Biz Talk Radio, contact us at 817-274-1609 or at biztalkradio.com. This is Biz Talk Radio, America's home.
USA Radio News with Rick Vincent.
An explosion at a silicone plant in Waukegan, Illinois last night leaves 4 workers injured, 1 dead, and 2 unaccounted for. Fire Chief Steve Lindsay.
The 2 that were seen at the scene but required no medical treatment were the 9 employees that were in the building at the time.
Damage is estimated at more than $1 million. South Korea reports North Korea fired several short-range projectiles from a base along its east coast. The Pentagon says it's monitoring the situation. A charter plane carrying 143 people and traveling from Cuba to North Florida ended up in the shallow section of the St. Johns River at the end of a runway, though no critical injuries were reported. Base Commander Captain Mike Connor.
The cause of the mishap is yet to be determined. There will be a full investigation led by National Transportation Safety Board. Naval Air Station Jacksonville will fully assist and help them in order to determine, the cause of the crash.
You're listening to USA Radio News.
Hi, this is Wayne Allen Root on behalf of my great buddy, Ron Corey. Ron's one of the most successful businessmen in Vegas. He's living the American dream, and he's written a hot new best-selling book about his crazy and dangerous journey. This Vegas tough guy and former Marine fought shady thugs, dirty cops, corrupt politicians, and mob wannabes. An entire city tried to frame him and put him in prison for 50 years. But my buddy Ron is so tenacious, he beat them all. And now he's telling the real story, nothing but the facts. Tenacity is the raw story of what it takes to make it in Vegas and the business world with the most colorful and shady supporting cast ever. Ron beat the police, City Hall, and stage 4 cancer. What are the odds? Only in Vegas. Tenacity is such a wild story. Hollywood now wants to turn Ron's book into a movie. This story is so good. Famous movie actor Michael Madsen of Donnie Brasco is the voice of the audiobook. Go to Amazon today and order Tenacity by Ron Corey as a book, ebook, or Kindle. That's Corey, C-O-U-R-Y. Visit his website, RonCoreyAuthor.com. For more details, go to Amazon to order Tenacity today.
The House Judiciary Committee is threatening to hold Attorney General William Barr in contempt of Congress if he does not produce a full, unredacted version of the Mueller report by Monday. Democratic Congressman David Cicilline, who serves on the Judiciary panel, denies it's a partisan move.
It's not a political dispute. Let's be clear about this. This is about a central function of Congress. Our oversight responsibility is completely dependent on our ability to compel the production of documents and to compel the appearance of witnesses to testify under oath.
Barr declined to appear Thursday before the House Judiciary Committee because he didn't want to be questioned by committee lawyers, only members. Fighting continues in the Gaza Strip as Palestinian militants fire scores of rockets into southern Israel. At least 2 Israeli civilians were wounded. Israel fired back, killing 1 man and wounding 7 other Palestinians. Talks between the U.S. and the Taliban continue in Qatar over a timetable for withdrawal of U.S. troops from Afghanistan. Part of the deal is a guarantee from the Taliban that it won't use Afghanistan as a staging area for global terrorist attacks. This is USA Radio News.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-215-5141. 800-215-5141. That's 800-215-5141.
George Papadopoulos, who served as a campaign advisor to President Donald Trump, has a new book, Deep State Target. It gives his account of his work on Trump's 2016 campaign. Papadopoulos tells CNN he did not know the Turkish woman who allegedly sought to seduce him.
I have no idea who this person is, and I think some of the investigations into what happened in 2016 are probably going to bear that answer for everyone. We now know that she wasn't some sort of research associate. As I explained, she just didn't fit that profile. She really matched the profile of some sort of agent, so I was very suspicious right away about her.
Papadopoulos says he believes the woman was CIA and affiliated with Turkish intel. Family members say a Pennsylvania couple married for nearly 45 years died within minutes of each other at separate locations. Claire Vance died at a hospital after developing a flu-like illness. His wife, living at a care center, died minutes after speaking to her husband on the phone just before he passed away. They'll be buried together on Friday. What a game. It took 4 overtimes Friday night before the Portland Trail Blazers came out on top in a 140-137 game against the Denver Nuggets. Denver coach Michael Malone says it's one for the record books.
When you play a 4 overtime game and you come up just short, you're disappointed, but that's the way it goes. We came up just short. We have to learn from it, and there's a quick turnaround. Plays Sunday afternoon, so we'll try to get as much rest as we can.
The last quadruple NBA overtime game was in 1953 when the Boston Celtics beat the Syracuse Nationals. For USA Radio News, I'm Rick Vincent.
Nobody wants to get ripped off, broken into, or robbed, but nobody wants to pay a lot of money to have their home protected either. I've got an offer to tell you about to provide home security for your home for less than $1 a day. For real, with no installation or equipment charges. And this is from a company rated #1 by a leading consumer research company. According to the facts, most of you won't even call unless there's a burglary in your neighborhood or something bad happened. So let's give you a reason. Save money. For less than $1 a day with no other costs, you can get your home secured. Plus, get a lifetime equipment replacement warranty. You need protection for your home. Call the Home Security Hotline right now.
800-915-8941. 800-915-8941. 800-915-8941. Call right now. Operators are standing by. 800-915-8941.
Welcome to the Garden America Show, the country's most listened to gardening program. This is your chance to join us as we talk about gardening, horticulture, landscaping, in fact, anything that has to do with the world of gardening. The phone lines are open right now at 1-855-424-9825. That's 1-855-424-9825 for your questions and comments. Or John at gardenamerica.com. And if you're watching us on Facebook Live, you can also post your questions and comments right there on our page during the broadcast. Now, here's Bryan, Maine, John Bagnasco, and Tiger Palafox on the Garden America Radio and Media Network.
We are diving into hour number 2. Always fun because we have sort of an outline of what we want to talk about, but basically leaving it up to you, your questions, your comments, Facebook Live, and of course, BizTalk Radio, 855-424-9825, John at gardenamerica.com, and we'll go from there. A great first hour, learning a little bit about the history of the Meyer lemon, and it's interesting what touches people. And his last name, Sinis?
Sinis.
Yeah.
Court Sinis.
Court Sinis.
Sinis.
Artist.
Author.
Yeah,
Renaissance man.
Right. Does all kinds of things. Left California. Missed it so much. Came back, and the one thing he missed the most was the Meyer lemon. By the way, the link is on our Facebook page if you want to check out his book.
You know that, I'm sorry to interrupt
you go,
there,
John.
Tiger.
Whatever, John.
But
it's okay. Never mind. It wasn't important, Tiger, what you had to say.
It wasn't.
I was just going to mention that Frank Meyer, before he went to China, worked for Armstrong Nurseries here in Southern California. And Court had mentioned how there was political unrest in China.
Right, they didn't
when he
trust
was
him.
there and thought he was like a white devil or something. The way he died was I believe it was in the Yangtze River, fell off the back of a boat, and people, think that he was probably killed and then just pushed off the
Pushed
back.
off the boat.
Yeah.
Plant hunting, dangerous business.
Dangerous business, absolutely.
Yeah, well, look at Douglas.
Yeah.
The Douglas firs, named after somebody found that he had money when he was in Hawaii and threw him in a pit with a bull, and he got killed.
Jeez.
Wow, just because you're looking for a few plants and want to do something nice for mankind, humankind, it's dangerous.
It's a really interesting topic, and I will just say, even nowadays, plant hunting and plant developing is still a pretty crazy business.
Yeah.
I mean, especially when it comes to patents and all of that.
Well, there's a lot of money to be made.
That's what I was saying.
It brings out the worst in people.
It does. It really does. But for the most part, I think plant people are very nice. But one thing I wanted to say is, before the break, we were talking to Marilyn on the phone, and she was asking about edible trees, and she had mentioned citrus and the mulberry tree, and you had mentioned the horseradish tree.
Kaffir lime is that the Thai lime that they use the leaves in cooking?
Yeah, correct.
Right.
Yeah. But I was also I smirked when she said it, though, because I was like, have you also eaten the citrus leaf? Like, they're not good.
You
like,
may be able to eat
edible doesn't always mean, great tasting.
To me, it just means you're not going to die of poison.
Exactly.
It's edible. You can eat it.
Yeah, I mean, and it's, I'm not trying to, downplay, but if you look at like a lot of Native American Indian meals,
right,
because of the food they had,
sure,
the different grains, the different corns, where they were,
and they
were
incorporate
located, and they incorporated it, but they weren't always great tasting stuff. They would have to do a lot to make it
get some protein, some nutrition in there,
Yeah.
just to survive.
Yeah. So I think that was funny that she had mentioned, edible tree leaves, because there are a lot of edible tree leaves, but
just follow a deer around for
bark,
a day.
Bark is edible. But
Do you know about the horseradish tree, by the way?
Not.
Is that the one you said that the entire tree is edible?
Yeah.
So if you're stranded someplace in a bad situation, you want to be next to one of those if you want to survive.
Yeah, but if you can plan being stranded next to one of those trees, you could probably plan on being stranded next to a McDonald's.
Stranded next to a McDonald's.
Might be a lot easier.
Of course, the tree's probably better for you, but go ahead.
Yeah.
What about the tree, John?
Yeah, tell us more about the tree.
Oh, I was going to let you Google it, and you
what
could read
about
about
our
it.
listeners?
Well, they can Google it, except for Maryland. Maryland doesn't have a computer.
Oh.
So, give us a little bit of background about the tree. To us, you are our Google.
You know,
John is our Google here.
If you're going to do that, I might as well look up, because I can't remember the scientific name offhand. But I'll look it up while you and Tiger are chatting about
chat back and
something.
forth, Tiger and I.
Drumstick tree.
Is that the common name?
The moringa?
Yeah, moringa. That's what it is.
Yeah, moringa. There's a lot of moringas out there, right? Because there's a few other ones. This horseradish one
It's a moringa family. Is that what it is, Tiger?
Yeah, exactly. A moringa, and this one's oleifera. But yeah, also called the horseradish tree or drumstick tree. Small, deciduous. I was going to say delicious. Tree native to tropical Asia, but also naturalized in Africa. The flowers, pods, leaves, and even twigs are all cooked and eaten. I'm assuming it has a horseradish flavor, but it has nothing to do with horseradish. It's not related to the horseradish at all.
Isn't the neem tree also native of Africa, John? South Africa?
I think neem is India, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
But could be wrong.
Yeah. But before the break, also I had mentioned Mother's Day is coming around the corner.
That's
That's
right.
exciting.
Next
We had
Sunday.
mentioned the yellow geraniums are on sale, but we talk about this all the time in the show that is the official day for people on the East Coast to really be able to
This
start
is
their
it.
gardening. So
Get
it's
serious.
kind of like the countdown right now. They're just sitting there waiting. What was that commercial that came out years ago about the woman, and she would stand out front of a store and be like, open, open, open.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Just
Ross or
waiting for
Marshalls or
counting
something
down
like that,
until it
yeah.
opens up.
Yeah.
Now, do we have I'm trying to think the last snowstorm I heard about.
I don't think.
I guess we're doing okay as far as
Yeah.
Mother's Day being on target for that date.
You know, I was talking to a woman in Waterford, Michigan, who called and placed an order last week. And she wanted to know if we would ship late, because she said, I usually don't plant until after Memorial Day.
Wow.
Just to make sure.
And I said, yeah. And I said, yeah, you're right next door to where I used to live.
Jeez.
And I've had tomatoes freeze on the first week in June.
So you knew the area, obviously.
Yeah.
And they still have a long enough season to get a tomato?
Yeah, but you can't grow things that require longer seasons.
Okay.
For instance, some of the winter squash that take over 100 days.
You would have to
or
get them in.
watermelon.
Yeah, much earlier than that then, right?
Well, you can't.
But I'm saying,
or you'd
in
have
order-
to put them in a greenhouse or in a cover or something. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So watermelons, they can only grow these small, like sugar babies. But a large watermelon, they only dream of growing. They've
Pumpkin.
never grown. Yeah.
Pumpkin, no.
Yeah, big pumpkins, not so much.
Yeah.
They can grow pumpkins. I wanted to also mention for Mother's Day,
Mhm.
this was a thought I was trying to collect when Tiger started hitting me up with the horseradish tree, is if you go to Heirloom Roses, heirloomroses.com, that I think they still have my latest rose available, which is called Kendall Marie. And the reason I bring it up is because my plant at home, one stem, I counted 80 flowers on. And
on Kendall Marie?
Yeah, and they should all be open next week, so I'll bring one in studio next week, or at least
absolutely.
take a picture of it. But it surprises me how many you can get on one stem. It's a polyantha rose. And Kendall is spelled, if you go to their website and you're Googling it, it's Kendyl. Not Googling, but searching on their website.
Got the Y just like I do in my name.
Yeah.
The Y instead of the I.
Kendyl, Kendall Marie. And the roses that come from Heirloom Roses are really nice.
Yeah.
1 gallon
Good
cans.
gifts.
Nice size, ready to put right in the ground.
You asked me a couple of weeks ago if I was getting blooms on my roses yet. No, but I am now. Starting to bloom.
Yeah, yours are in a little bit more shade. And did you cut yours back late too?
I cut it back late.
Yeah.
I did. Probably late February. So it's been a while, but again, last couple of years, the Green Planet has been just huge. It's just huge stocks.
Yeah, I told you the California Coastal Rose Society was going to have Green Planet in the auction again this year.
It's been a while.
And the last time we had one was when you got yours, which
And
was
Eric, my bid on.
right, and that was how long ago?
Well, we were still in that little in Carlsbad in that little town hall meeting place.
got to be like 10, 12 years ago.
Well, I was driving my had an F-150 truck back then, a red one, that I bought in 2004. So you're talking 2004, 2005. So
Wow.
what about 15 years ago?
Wow.
It's a long time.
It is.
It's a long time.
One of the originals.
Mm-hmm. It's still got it. Still doing well. It's moved from a couple of 2 or 3 houses since then.
Yeah, I remember you were doing scientific testing to see how little soil it could grow.
Right. And I have found out through much research and study that you only need probably about
2 to 3 inches
of
soil.
Yeah.
And
They don't
because
need any more than that.
save the soil. What are we doing? We were wasting soil.
Yeah.
Wasting. I don't get it.
I don't know, but I do know that once you put some soil in the pot, it did a lot better.
Yeah.
Well, it was hard to get it to stand up without the soil. That's really why I caved in and did that. Okay, looking at 16 minutes after the hour. Break coming up.
And we get back from break, we have a question about the large population of flowers and the bugs that are going to be
Let's
coming
do
out
it. Let's get those questions on Facebook Live right there. Questions, comments. You can also talk to each other, too, which is fun. Or if you want to, 855-424-9825. John at GardenAmerica.com. Having a good time. Bryan, Maine, John Bagnasco. Tiger Palafox, Garden America on your Saturday morning. Or if you're on the East Coast, we say good afternoon to you, Garden America Nation.
Looking for a safe and natural organic fertilizer for your yard and garden? Fertilome is now offering natural and organic fertilizers for all your fertilizing needs. Roses, flowers, vegetables, herbs, fruit trees, palms, and more. Natural Guard organic fertilizers are a certified listed product for organic use and safe to use around your family and pets. Always read the label and ask for Natural Guard by Fertilome Organic Fertilizers at Dixie Line Lumber or your favorite independent nursery. Make your piece of the planet a healthier place to live by using Natural Guard by Fertilome.
This is Joe Lample from Growing a Greener World. With the environment in mind, I recommend Milorganite Organic Nitrogen Fertilizer for all your growing needs. From plants to people, active growth requires energy, nutrients, and a balanced diet. Nutrient-rich Milorganite feeds the soil and plants for up to 3 months. The organic nitrogen is slow release and won't burn plants even during hot, dry weather. Trust the fertilizer, proven effective for 90 years. Milorganite, for better results naturally. Visit Milorganite.com for a garden center near you.
This message is sponsored by AmeriGlide, featuring the nation's best prices on a home stair lift. Are you having a difficult time getting around your home? Do you avoid going up and down the stairs? Have you even considered moving from your lifelong home just to avoid the stairs? Forget about moving and call AmeriGlide and learn how an easy-to-install stair lift is the perfect solution to help you get your freedom back. Plus, we guarantee the nation's best prices. Make this free call today to learn more. No sales visits are necessary. We can help you over the phone. Now you can stay in the home you've been in for decades. Please do yourself or your loved one a favor. Make this simple 2-minute call right now. Get the lowest price on a stair lift anywhere. Here's the number: 800-886-7342. 800-886-7342. 800-886-7342. That's 800-886-7342.
Do you have a car, truck, van, or SUV you're not using? You can donate your unwanted vehicle to Patriotic Hearts to help our veterans, and you'll get a tax deduction for your donation. In today's troubled world, our USA Armed Forces stand ready to protect you, your family, and our American way of life. When veterans return to civilian life, they deserve your recognition and support. You can help put vets to work by donating your car, truck, van, or SUV to Patriotic Hearts. Your donation will directly support programs to help vets find jobs or even start their own business. Donate today for fast, free pickup of your vehicle, running or not. Operators are standing by to answer questions about making a tax-deductible vehicle donation. Call 800-330-2462 for 24-hour response. Again, 800-330-2462. 800-330-2462.
Rates based on a Man 42 with no tobacco use of any form for 20 years. Policy number 25. Policy underwritten by various life insurance companies. Premium includes a $50 policy fee. Rates and underwriting criteria subject to change at any time. Not available in some states. You've heard those term life insurance ads with the rates read very very low, and at the end they have a long disclaimer read extremely fast. Why? Because most people like us will never qualify for those rates. It's just a way to get you to call. Listen, at the Term Lifeline, we'll never quote you a low rate hoping you'll call, then try to sell you something else. But we do promise to get you the best rates available on policies of $500,000 or more with professional service. Don't waste your valuable time. Get the real rates you want on term life insurance policies of $500,000 or more from the Term Lifeline. Call now.
800-430-1891. 800-430-1891. 800-430-1891. That's 800-430-1891.
Missed an episode of your favorite show? No worries. Catch all the episodes on demand at biztalkradio.com.
Welcome back to the Garden America radio show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or John at gardenamerica.com.
And if you're just joining us, thank you so much. I see a few new people on Facebook Live. Thank you for that. Tuning in on Biz Talk Radio, of course. Questions, comments at 855-424-9825. Also, John at gardenamerica.com. Best bet, though, as always, Facebook Live. Try to address whatever's on your mind very quickly. I guess Rick up in Oregon misses the monarch butterflies and was wondering if our population has increased this year because of all the rain that we've had. Have you seen any more than usual?
Well,
we had the painted lady migration that went through.
Yeah, that was well, and that was during the super bloom. You know, also at the same time. So, yeah, it was huge, a huge increase. So, I mean, when it comes to large amounts of rain, abundance of flowers, there's a lot of things that go hand in hand with that. You know, butterflies, birds, hummingbirds, and bees and other pests all usually increase in population as well. So, you know, when we talk about like, oh, since there's a lot of rain and an influx of flowers, is there an influx of critters and bugs? Yes, there is, because they all come out of the woodwork. Sure. They all have a good food source. I mean, that's the thing is when there's a drought and an area doesn't bloom well, all the food source goes down. So therefore, what would come out naturally is restricted by what it has. Right. And, you know, when there's an abundance of it, you know, they're going to be more. Butterflies could be different, though, because they migrate, and it might not migrate during that certain time of year. Like we just mentioned, the painted lady one, it happened to be timed out during the bloom. So, that would be a big influx of population because it happened. You know, the monarchs, their migration happens usually in more of the summertime, which, you know, we could be, you know, because we had a good amount of rain, there could be a good population of plants, but that's going to be a later migration, so I think that's yet to be determined as far as that's going to be any influx of population because it's a later migration. I remember living in the Central Coast, and I think the migration was like midsummer. I think it was like July or something like that. Is that when they would come through there? You know, but I hate to say it, the real guys that become populous are not the beneficial ones. It's always the pests.
Exactly.
It's the aphids. It's the thrips. It's the, you know, caterpillars. It's everything else that you don't want in your yard, which usually becomes more and more populous.
Well, you know, I did notice maybe an increase in aphids early in the season, and I didn't spray the roses or anything, and now there's no aphids anywhere. And I think it's because the predators did catch up to the aphid population. I mean, where the aphids were really bad, I would just shoot them off with a stream of water. But mainly because I don't have time to spray. I just didn't do it.
It's much easier that way, too, if you can get them.
We'll be real. I mean, and correct me if I'm wrong, is an aphid going to kill a rose?
No.
Like, it's not going to kill the plant.
No.
You know, it's not like, you know, some critters, you know, some bugs like worms, they could kill plants because sometimes they chew through stems or things like that. That could, you know, completely defoliate a plant, which would be, you know, bad for the health. But,
or something that would suck the moisture out.
Yeah, but an aphid, even if you were to leave an aphid, a rose alone and never spray it for aphids,
it's going to be fine.
It will be fine. The foliage comes out defoliated, the blooms might not be as great or blah,
Right.
but it's not going to kill. the
Roses are
plant.
very tenacious.
Yeah, they are.
I think we give them a little too much attention sometimes.
Yeah, kind of like the bougainvillea. It's the
Look
the
at John.
best.
John says, "What do you mean attention?"
Yeah.
Whoa!
Don't bad talk my
You're
roses.
trampling into my arena now. Here, hold on.
But the best bougainvillea is the one that's left alone on that vacant lot.
Yeah.
That's the bougainvillea that.
Well, they
looks
just
the
want to be left
prettiest.
alone. Period.
Right.
Don't try to transplant one.
Yeah.
Chances are, it's like in a way, some ficus are like that.
Oh well, ficus, they're
very temperamental.
They're like a cat.
Yes.
Don't look at it wrong.
Exactly right.
Yeah, ficus are out of this world. You move it. All you can leave it in the same window, and you
Yep.
can just turn it, and then the next day all
Oh,
the
yeah.
leaves are on the ground.
They fall off. Hey, what'd you do? Hey, what's going on? Or in case of wine, the one that I have, the huge one, I do nothing. I leave it alone, and it still thrives. The one that needs to be taken out.
Yeah.
The board had a meeting about that.
The
I just want to
board.
know when it's coming out. Questions, comments, John? Anything going on with your email? I think we've caught up on Facebook.
Nope. And I couldn't get to my email if I wanted
Oh,
to.
that's a shame. 855-424-9825. If you do want to call us, glad to talk to you. We spoke with Marilyn earlier, late last hour. That's always the way to go. Facebook Live, of course, still the best way to do it. So what else?
You're not growing any vegetables this year, are you, Brian?
I am not, because Tiger has the veggie pod, and I kind of got spoiled.
Why don't
I can still do it, but
Why don't I bring you one of the super dwarf tomatoes that you could just put in a 5-gallon pot and grow tomatoes?
I'd love that. Sure, I got plenty of 5-gallon pots.
Do you want? You got your choice of Iditarod Red,
Which sounds like a cool tomato.
or Maori Warrior.
Okay, what is the better tasting, sweeter one?
Got me. I can't taste tomatoes anymore.
That's right.
I think that probably the Warrior. would
The
be
Warrior.
best. Yeah.
Sure, absolutely.
All right. I'll bring you, if I remember, I'll bring you one next week.
I got to give you an update, too, on some of the older plants that you've given me over the years so you can see the growth. Tremendous growth.
I did get into my email here, and I have an email from Carla.
Hey, hi, Carla.
Carla in Huntington Beach. She
Yeah.
said she really enjoyed the guest this morning.
Good.
If you're just joining us, we were talking to Court Sinnis, who just wrote a book called Mad About Meyer Lemons. It's a little history of the Meyer
Sure.
lemon, and then like over 30 recipes on how to use Meyer lemons.
30 recipes.
Yeah, along with watercolors to match each
Mhm.
recipe.
That's a lot of lemonade.
Yeah. Did you? I don't know if Tiger, if you had a chance to look online at all the books he's written.
I did. That's what I was saying.
He's written a ton of books.
He's written books on shrubs. He's barbecuing. He's written books on painting, watercolors.
And now he's working on fiction.
Yeah.
Anyway, Carla says that I thought I would pass along info to some of the listeners in the Orange County and LA area that you might be interested in this. That this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, is the Mary Lou Hurd Memorial Garden Tour. And do you remember Mary Lou Hurd? She owned
the name is very familiar.
Hurd's Country Gardens in what's the name of that area in Orange County, where Little Saigon was?
I don't know.
Winchester? No.
Winchester's northern, isn't it?
Anyway.
I do remember Little Saigon, though, that area.
She used to be up in that area. So anyway, she says the tour's free, but they have a donation if you want to look at the gardens. And let's see. She says just Google Mary Lou Hurd, Heard garden tour. And it has a list of all the gardens that you can visit. Mary Lou,
Hurd.
Yeah. We wrote on her in the newsletter one time. She's just a fascinating person. She contributed a lot to the world of gardening.
The music means break time once again as we approach 30 minutes after the hour here on your Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon, depending upon where you are in this country or around the world, streaming Biz Talk Radio, Biz Talk Live, Facebook Live, 855-424-9825, John at GardenAmerica.com, or Facebook Live. I'm Bryan Min. We're going to take a break. with Tiger and John right after this.
Sometimes business owners and entrepreneurs don't follow a traditional schedule. Well, that's where Biz TV's Biz Club can work for you on your time. For only $5.95 a month, you can have over 200 hours of our fresh, original content on demand, anywhere, anytime. And with our search feature, you can quickly and easily find the topic or show you're looking for in seconds. Sign up today and see what you've been missing. Free for 7 days. Join the Biz Club. It's Biz TV. On your time. This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right, General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for under $30,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet under $30,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100 foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait.
Call 800-605-5370. 800-605-5370. Call 800-605-5370.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson. Are you over the age of 60 and been diagnosed with lung cancer? If so, you and your family may qualify for a cash award. We can help make sure that you and your family are financially safe and medical expenses are covered. If you've been diagnosed with lung cancer and are over 60, call 24/7. 1-877-614-0102. 1-877-614-0102. Attorney advertising. William Stephacker Jr. is the attorney responsible for this ad. Main office, Granton, Pennsylvania. May not be available in all states.
Do you have a problem hearing the television? Do you need to crank up the volume so loud your family is screaming at you? Then put on your TV ears. TV Ears has helped millions of people just like you hear TV loud and clear without cranking up the volume. For about $60 with a 30-day free trial, you can get your own set of TV Ears. When you wear TV Ears, you can mute the TV volume for private listening or let others watch TV with you. Order in the next 10 minutes and take us up on our 30-day home trial and very special price. TV Ears is a brand hearing professionals have trusted for more than 20 years. And through this special radio offer, you can get your very own for just $60. Just mention promo code RADIO. So put on your TV ears and make everyone happy. 800-984-0964. 800-984-0964. 800-984-0964. That's 800-984-0964.
If you're over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days, I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. A free book to help you maximize your retirement income from television host and 3-time author Josh Melberg has been released. This book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now because we are about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known secrets we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. Call 800-935-0752 now and you'll receive a free copy of Josh Melberg's book, Next Gen Annuity Strategies Revealed. As a bonus, we'll also send you a copy of The #1 Mistakes Retirees Are Making with Their Investments Today and a free DVD on how you can get up to 33% more income in retirement. Call 800-935-0752. That's 800-935-0752. Employees of J.D. Melberg Financial have the appropriate licenses for the products they offer.
Due to an upturn in the economy, Main Street Business Loans has pre-approved the release of millions of dollars in small business funding. Your business may already be pre-approved to receive up to $250,000. We've sent out millions of pre-approval letters. We see the economy growing, and our underwriters believe now is the time to invest in your business so you can grow faster and make more money. And we're prepared to give you up to $250,000 to do it. Your funds can be available in 5 days. There are no application fees, no annual fees, just quick access to up to $250,000. If your business did not receive your approval letter to get up to $250,000, call Main Street Business Loans Approval Desk now.
800-430-7570. 800-430-7570. 800-430-7570. That's 800-430-7570.
Watch some of your favorite shows on Biz TV. Check to see if you get Biz TV by going to biztv.com. And now, back to Biz Talk Radio.
Welcome back to the Garden America Radio Show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or John at gardenamerica.com.
We are back, and we do thank you for the questions that we're now seeing on Facebook. You can also reach us at 855-424-9825. Brandon will put you in line, get you on the air. Also, John at gardenamerica.com. But first, tomato.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, we got a note on Facebook from Kathy up in Neyland, California, and she said her tomatoes that she ordered from us arrived in good condition, but she was sorry to see that Juliet, which is a fantastic tomato, had been substituted, and we did have a shortage of Juliet this year because of the problems we had with the greenhouses. And,
right.
And I sent her a Prairie Fire instead, and I'm crossing my fingers. I think she's going to be happy that she got it. And Tiger, maybe you can
so the
say a little bit about what that tomato is like.
The Prairie Fire looks like a Juliet. It's the elongated shaped tomato, about the same size as the Juliet, but it has the yellow and red striping on it. It's a very sweet tomato. Brick's score was 10, which is a really sweet variety, and the description
10 is the same Brick's reading as Sun Sugar.
Sun Sugar, which is another
one of our favorites.
But what makes it a little bit different than Juliet is that it's definitely one of those ones that kind of like Sun Sugar. When you're out in the garden, you just eat it.
Yeah.
There's no reason to bring it in. There's no
pick it and eat it.
Juliet's a good one, but usually people will bring those in, put them into a salad. They do eat it in the yard as well, but I think Prairie Fire is definitely one of those more like pop in your mouth as you're working in the garden, snacking kind of a tomato.
I would love a sweet tomato. To me, little ones are good in salad, just to kind of freshen up your salad with a little sweet taste.
Yeah, right.
Aaron Whaley describes it as a kid magnet.
True, though.
And he says that they're so good that most of those will never make it in the house.
The shape, it's different, and so when you see it on the plant, you don't think tomato first. I mean, obviously we would see the plant, we would say tomato. But the shape and the structure of the fruit, you're like,
non-conventional.
What is that? It's not, non-conventional. It's kind of a neat description for it, for sure.
Westminster was
I was going to say that, but then I was thinking Westminster's not up there, is it? I was thinking someplace else.
Okay, Diane let us know.
Yes.
Thank you, Diane. It's when you're an old guy, it's just hard to remember those kinds of things.
Now, Rick inquired about compost tea, which we used to discuss all the time on this show.
Yeah.
You can make it. You used to be able to buy it. John says they don't sell it anymore. Is that right, John?
It was tough to keep activated in a nursery or garden
center. It was a mess.
Yeah.
It is.
But for your
it's
home.
one of the best things you can use.
Yeah, for your home, it's excellent, and it's super easy to do, without getting too involved with it. You're looking at worm castings, some compost,
some kelp.
You seep it into some good, distilled, kind of oxygenated water.
Right, you got to pump oxygen through there.
Yeah, and then you put it in your plant. And what you're putting on your
beneficial bacteria,
is live, not just beneficial bacteria, but live beneficial bacteria.
Well, the hard part is putting the oxygen in the water. Yeah. You can make a compost tea without the oxygen and just use it as a fertilizer. But if you want the benefits of having the aerobic bacteria, the beneficial aerobic bacteria that are going to crowd out diseases and some insects, it has to be oxygenated.
But, I mean, for that, all you have to do is go to your local fish store or pet store, and you buy those air stones.
Yeah.
And, I mean, they're like $20. They're super easy to do, and you just drop it in the bucket that you're seeping, and you leave it for
about 2 days, about 48 hours.
I was going to say leave it, for a while in there, 48 hours, and, then you have this. The benefits of adding live, microbes and all of that is that it sees the results much quicker because, this does happen in the soil kind of somewhat naturally, but it's very slow.
But you have to have the oxygen underneath there, right? That's
right. Yeah, and well, you mean in the soil?
Yeah, underneath, don't you?
Well, that's how they live in the soil. Yeah, there is oxygen in there, and that's how all these bacteria and stuff do. But you're kickstarting it, kind of by doing it outside of it and then dropping it in there.
Okay.
And it's kind of like, I don't know, it'd be like, getting a shot of something or versus like taking a pill. When you take a pill, you have to ingest it. It's got to go through your body. You
Shot
gotta wait.
is almost
The
immediate.
shot goes right into the stream, and that's kind of, I think, what compost tea will do versus the other things.
We covered all the questions so far.
I don't want to get too complicated here, but
go ahead.
There's two types of bacteria, two classes basically. You could say there's good bacteria and bad bacteria, and the good bacteria
always wear white.
Are aerobic. They live in the presence of oxygen. The bad bacteria, which are the disease-causing organisms, live anaerobically without oxygen. And so that's what you're trying to do, is crowd out the disease-causing organisms with the
oxygen
the
will
good ones.
help crowd those out, right?
Yeah.
No, oxygen has nothing to do
Well,
with it.
you just said that they don't.
No, you're trying to crowd it out. You're overpopulating with the good.
With the
so
good.
the bad
but
don't
the
have a
good can
chance.
only live where there's oxygen.
That's what I'm saying, right? Where the bad doesn't need oxygen.
Yes.
And then
you did overcomplicate it.
I knew it was going to get too complicated.
No, that's good. That's okay.
Another good note on this is that another way to make sure you only have good in your soil, because it's like, how do you introduce oxygen in your soil? You don't overwater. When you overwater, when you create that bog-like situation, when the oxygen leaves the water, like what John's saying, you're left without oxygen, and that's when those bad bacteria.
That's why roots rot.
That's why roots rot. Those bad bacteria overpopulate, and then now they crowded out your good, so your good don't have a chance. And so because I'm sure people are listening, like, how do I introduce oxygen into my soil? There's no great way to grab oxygen and just put it into the ground. You have to make sure you don't overwater.
Which, again, going back to what John says, that's why rainwater is so good, right, John?
Yeah, because it has the oxygen in it.
Yeah.
And I was cleaning out my garage the other day, and I thought, I wonder if Bryan would want this. I have a...
It's a jar of oxygen.
well, kind of. I have a watering can at home that plugs in, and it puts oxygen into the water in the watering can. Then you unplug it and you go water your plants.
Nice.
How about that?
How about that?
Yeah.
Huh? Okay. So
I was thinking for your patio, it'd be perfect for your house plants.
You plug it in, and you
let it bubble
roll
for a while.
For a little while.
Yeah.
And then you water with it.
Well, it's the same concept with the aquariums I have.
Yeah.
I've got the stone that's putting bubbles into the water to give the fish more oxygen.
You should use aquarium water to water your plants.
You know what I do? When I do the water changes, I absolutely do.
As long as you don't have too many chemicals.
The fish
right?
dry out if you take too much water.
Too much. No, actually, right, exactly. You have to know how much chemical and what you've got going on in the water.
You probably don't put,
but
they're fish living in it, so it can't have anything too harmful for
and
a
they're,
plant,
and they're thriving
right
now. So I just put, the water, the pots outside. Just excess water goes into the pots.
What chemicals would you put in a fish tank?
Well, you would have nitrogen if you need it. You have phosphorus, pH if it's higher or lower.
Well, but I'm just
alkaline,
saying, like,
same like
nothing that would hurt a plant.
No.
Right? I mean, you don't put chlorines and bleaches or anything.
Well, you brought up a good point. If the fish are living and they're doing well and thriving, then for the most part, the water that I'm dumping out is going to be okay.
Okay.
And probably has some beneficial attributes
got fish
to
poop
it.
in it.
Yeah.
It's got
There
fish
you go.
emulsion.
There you
poop.
go. Emulsion.
A dead fish in there.
Kathy seems to be happy with your description of prairie fire, and she wanted to know how long it takes to ripen it. The same,
it's
same
almost
ripening,
the same, right?
Same ripening as the Juliet.
Yeah.
So right around 70 days.
Yeah, kind of an early guy. I want to look into it more why it's called prairie fire. I'm assuming because of the color, the striped orange and the red, but sometimes they throw you for a loop and have different names for
that
different
would be
reasons.
my guess too.
Yeah.
There's four plants in that group. I think Aaron Whaley calls them cream of the crop tomatoes, and one of those is Red Torch, which was an all-American selection.
Another fire one.
And apricot zebra, I think, is in there, which we still have a few available of. If you're familiar with green zebra, apricot zebra might be a cool one to try.
And we have a few of those left?
Yep. And then there's pink champagne, I think, is the fourth one. And they're, except for the apricot zebra, which is a round tomato, kind of looks like an apricot, the others are all elongated cherry tomatoes.
Yeah.
So check out gardenamerica.com with what we have left. Check out as the website continues to evolve.
Yep.
And we have one ship date left, which is May 13th is the next time we ship.
That's going to be
just
next
ready for
week
those
or so.
East Coast people.
Yep.
The only, I think the only plants that we're shipping next week would be cosmic kale.
Oh, yeah. I saw that posting in the newsletter.
Yeah, cosmic kale is...
And they were big plants in the greenhouse.
Yeah, they were looking really nice.
Nice.
It is break time, 45 minutes after the hour. Back with one more segment. If you have any last-minute questions, we'd love to hear from you. Right there on Facebook Live, or call us at 855-424-9825. John at gardenamerica.com. Hope you're having a good Saturday so far. Good afternoon to our friends on the East Coast, and for the rest of us, still Saturday morning as we approach 46 minutes after the hour. Every weekend right here, it's Garden America. Coming right back.
Looking for a safe and natural organic fertilizer for your yard and garden? Fertilome is now offering natural and organic fertilizers for all your fertilizing needs. Roses, flowers, vegetables, herbs, fruit trees, palms, and more. Natural Guard organic fertilizers are a certified listed product for organic use and safe to use around your family and pets. Always read the label and ask for Natural Guard by Fertilome Organic Fertilizers at Dixie Line Lumber or your favorite independent nursery. Make your piece of the planet a healthier place to live by using Natural Guard by Fertilome.
Hi, this is gardening expert Melinda Meyers. Keeping the environment in mind, I recommend Milorganite slow-release nitrogen fertilizer for all your growing needs. From plants to people, active growth requires energy, nutrients, and a balanced diet. Nutrient-rich Milorganite feeds the soil and plants for up to 10 weeks. The non-burning, non-leaching formula provides a slow and consistent flow of nutrients. Trust the fertilizer, proven effective for over 90 years. Milorganite for better results. Visit Milorganite.com for a garden center near you.
We paid less for our Craftmatic today than we did 20 years ago.
If you're still searching for the perfect solution to a good night's sleep, call now for prices and free information on today's Craftmatic adjustable beds. And then decide when you see how little they cost. Rated #1 by consumers nationwide on consumeraffairs.com. Craftmatic beds come in all mattress types, including cool gel memory foam for up to 50% less than today's leading memory foam brand. Enjoy temporary relief of low back pain, poor circulation, nighttime heartburn, mild arthritis. You'll sleep better in a Craftmatic adjustable bed. So if you're still searching for the perfect solution to a good night's sleep, call now for prices and information. And then decide when you see how little they cost. Discover Craftmatic for less, up to 50% less than today's leading memory foam brand.
Call 1-800-316-5271. That's 1-800-316-5271. 1-800-316-5271. Call now.
My mom's a breast cancer survivor. The United Breast Cancer Foundation saved her life. Their free breast cancer exam caught the cancer early, and it saved her life. But now the foundation needs your help so they can continue offering free or low-cost breast screening exams, saving more women's lives. Help them by donating your car, whether it's running or not. They'll provide fast, free 24-hour pickup, and you receive a charitable tax deduction, plus the great feeling you'll get knowing your donated car is going to help save more lives. Just call 800-295-4183 to set the wheels in motion. They take cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs, running or not. Call 800-295-4183. The United Breast Cancer Foundation needs your help, and your donation could literally save women's lives, helping them catch breast cancer early, like they did with my mom. Donate today. 800-295-4183. 800-295-4183.
Do you owe $10,000 or more on at least 2 federal student loans? Then you may qualify for new programs offered by the Department of Education. These programs can reduce your interest, lower your payments, and possibly qualify you for loan forgiveness. If you have $10,000 or more and at least 2 federal student loans and currently not in school, you may qualify for one of these programs. Call now to check your eligibility. Student loan advisors are standing by to help you determine if you qualify for these new programs. They can help you reduce your interest, lower your payment, and even forgive a portion of your student loan debt. Take control of your financial future. Make this free 5-minute free call now to Nationwide Student Loans and learn how you can reduce your student loan debt.
800-439-1588. 800-439-1588. 800-439-1588. 800-439-1588.
Attention! Are you moving soon and don't know who to turn to? If you are moving or planning to move long distance or across the country, Moving APT is offering up to a 20% discount for radio callers this month. Let us handle and remove all the pain and stress in a long distance move. Let Moving APT help you with your all-inclusive move, including packaging services, help with washers and dryers, mounted TVs, bed frames, and more. We can include packing and unpacking services or ask for boxes, tape, bubble wrap, or labels. We also disassemble and reassemble appliances and TVs at your new home. Moving is difficult and stressful, so call Moving APT today to find the most professional movers to support you. If you are looking for a low-cost quote to move long distance or across the country, call us now. Call 800-916-9057. 800-916-9057. Get a guaranteed quote with up to 20% off. 800-916-9057.
From Main Street to Wall Street, we have the business content you need. So sit back, take notes, and tell your friends about Biz Talk Radio.
Welcome back to the Garden America Radio Show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or john@gardenamerica.com.
We are back. It is our final segment. Happy Saturday to you. Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. Biz Talk Radio streaming around the world, across the country. And, of course, every hour, number one of our show heard locally in San Diego on AM 1240. And, of course, Facebook Live, where a lot of people like to watch and listen. I'm Bryan Main, Tiger Palafox. John Bagnasco, welcome once again, 855-424-9825. Questions, comments, again, I mentioned also john@gardenamerica.com.
I got an ugly picture from Rick in Grants Pass, Oregon.
Our good buddy Rick, who moved from California to...
Moved from Monrovia, right?
Yeah, to Oregon.
And it's a picture of a rhododendron covered with scale.
Oh, my gosh.
Wants to know how to handle it. And there's a couple ways you could handle it. One would be by spraying with a dormant oil, but make sure you use the dilution for growing plants. There's one that you use when there's no leaves on the plant, and then I think it's half that dilution that you use to spray on plants that have leaves on. So you can use that, or the Bayer tree and shrub insect control would protect that plant for the whole year, and I think that would be the safest way to do it, or
easiest.
do a combination of both.
And it lasts the longest, right?
Yeah.
Well, a year, yeah.
That's
Year's a long time.
What was that, 12 months?
Yeah, and Fertilome has a tree
Year
and shrub.
could be 10% of the rest of my life.
Fertilome does have one,
has
right?
a tree and shrub. That's the same thing as Bayer, and it's less expensive. So if you find that one.
Right, and Fertilome is one of our great clients. They support this show.
You know what? You can't get Fertilome at, I don't believe, at box stores.
Correct.
So go to your local garden center.
Right.
Yeah. And what's
Correct.
that Fertilome product called again?
Tree and shrub.
Just tree and shrub?
Yeah, yeah, it's exactly the same.
Insect control?
Yeah.
Exact same name.
Exact same
there
name.
you go, Rick.
Does it work for a year?
You use it. It's exactly the same product.
It's actually 13 months, but we call it a year. We round it off.
So the difference would just be the color of the bottle.
Yep, it's a gray bottle with a green label
instead of a blue bottle.
Yeah,
this is all for John's new book. He's taking notes here.
Taking notes here. Yeah. But you said they were on rhododendrons?
Yeah. See the picture?
And, on rhododendrons, where they grow are kind of in more or less part shade areas, right? Even up there, or do they grow them in full sun up there?
They'll grow in more sun up there than they do down here.
Okay.
Right.
Because that's the one thing I have a problem with.
I don't know if you
shade.
remember in England some of the rhododendrons we saw out in full sun.
There was one as big as this room.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
And wasn't it unusually warm when you guys were there, too?
It was. Or it was, I think, unusually warm while we were there, but they were just getting over a very unusually warm kind of season as well.
Yeah. It was still pretty hot, though, because remember Hampton Court Flower Show? We had a long walk.
Now, is hot there, high 70s, low 80s?
No, it was mid to upper 80s.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah, it was hot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hot.
For England.
But The one thing I was going to say is that for some reason, shade plants always get bugs more, I feel. And, they're always tougher to control in the shade. So, that systemic, I think, is a great product because it's really easy to use, and you can just kind of use it once and forget about it kind of a thing and know that it'll work. I don't know. I just have trouble with shade plants and bugs a lot of time.
Well, I think that systemics are kind of a low impact to the environment because they're applied. You're not spraying something all over the yard that's getting carried in the air. It goes right to that one particular plant.
Mm-hmm.
You're pouring it at the root system, so you're not killing beneficial insects.
Right.
Well, you're directing it right to where you want it to go.
Since we were talking quickly about England, I've gotten one or two emails during the week asking if there was any update
on the trip we're talking about.
And it'll probably be towards the end of this month before we have details.
Can you quickly give a little thumbnail of where we're talking about going?
Well, we're talking about going to the International Wildflower Festival in I always say the Slovenian Alps, but I think they're called the Julian Alps.
Okay.
Not positive about that, but we'll be visiting Lake Bled, which I told you is probably the most beautiful spot I've ever been in my life.
So what countries are we talking here?
So we're talking about Slovenia, then leaving Slovenia and going to Austria. Maybe Salzburg.
Okay.
And then ending up in the Czech Republic, Prague.
So there you go. And again, John says by the end of the month we'll have more details on that so you can plan on going.
It's really going to be a fun trip.
And it would be June of 2020, right?
Yeah. And that's when the Wildflower Festival is, first week in June. And it's so cool to be able to walk through mountain meadows and to find things growing wild like cyclamen.
So weird. These weren't planted here.
Yeah.
It sounds like the Sound of Music, dancing around and twirling and
you know what?
Countryside.
The cyclamen that I saw there last time when Sharon and I were there, the cyclamen is really fragrant, like intensely fragrant.
It's amazing, huh? Like when I didn't know cyclamens had a fragrance for the longest time, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, these ones have a fragrance. What?
Yeah. Well, because most of the hybrids don't. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, just a couple of minutes here to wrap things up. Last minute business. What do we need to leave people with that you guys can think of until next week? And of course, next week, next Sunday, Mother's Day, we'll have a special Saturday Mother's Day show. Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, anybody listening now, lining up for next weekend, Mother's Day show, call in. We'll have some fun chatting about flowers and plants. When you go anywhere right now, they're all getting hyped up for Mother's Day. All the flowers are out there, all the little bouquets. And
the prices are jacked up on the flowers.
Yeah, just a reminder, though, hey, like Brian just mentioned, the prices are jacked up on the cut flowers because, it's demanding. But, hey, there's a lot of really great houseplants or beautiful flowering plants that are in garden centers. And so why not get her something that's going to go into the season, not just for a few weeks?
Jan on Facebook mentioned that there were ladybugs everywhere in her garden.
Yeah?
They're running out of food, aren't they?
She's up in the Bay Area. And
good for her.
She said they're running out of aphids to eat.
Yeah, good for her. That's awesome. Ladybugs are wonderful
and people should remember that as well, that you can buy all the ladybugs you want, but if there's no food, they're going to go elsewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Ladybugs, praying mantis right now. What is the nematodes, the beneficial nematodes? Have you ever used those?
I think I did one time. When I first found out about beneficial nematodes, I thought they prevented nematodes, and they don't.
No.
Well, you'd think by the title.
Decolate snails work really well.
They do. Hey, that's going to do it. Thank you so much for supporting us, Garden America, tuning in and watching us on Facebook every Saturday, or our first hour here in San Diego on AM 1240, and of course always on Biz Talk Radio streaming. Want to thank Brandon, our director and studio coordinator, doing a great job. For the entire crew, John Bagnasco, Tiger Palafox, I'm Bryan Main. Thank you for tuning. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Until then, get growing America. See you next week. Take care.
Listen on the go. Down